So today's a really fun day for me. I hope Jenny feels the same way. So I don't know, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, who knows? I don't know, long time ago. I used to do this thing called the Man Cave Podcast. My name is Jeff, and one of my favorite guests of all time was this wonderful woman sitting right next to me, or right across the internet from me. And we've had some great conversations, and we got the urge to have another one of those great conversations, and that's what we're doing here today. So, Jenny Blighe, how have you been?
I've been good. And it's funny that you said 7 or 8 years because when I was getting ready, I was literally like, has it been 7 or 8 years? And I still don't know the answer. So, but yeah, it's been a long time.
I went to you, I said, "Just, be ready, I'm old and bald now," and you said, "Well, you were kinda old and bald then too." So,
True. I was a mother of two when we did that. Mother of four now.
congratulations.
Thanks. One was not planned.
That's a pretty good average. That's not bad.
Hey, my last pregnancy, I didn't even know I was pregnant until I was 4.5 months pregnant.
How you're so tiny, how did you not know?
I wasn't showing really
Oh,
at
wow.
all. Like, I didn't have any signs or symptoms. I actually had COVID in the beginning, so that
So
kind of
you were
fucked
just
me
sick.
over a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Well,
Mhm.
you look the same. You look fantastic and beautiful, so
Yay! Thank you.
amazing. I feel like I've missed so much. I wanna get right to the good stuff. I want the tea. I want I wanna go through Jenny's relationship history. Do you wanna start fun stuff in the beginning or drama most recently? Where do you wanna start with these stories? Because this is what your fans really wanna know about. It felt like you wanted to talk about some real kinda behind the curtain stuff, and, I'm here for it.
I'm curious what you mean by in the past. What do we got?
So
All
I
of
so
it?
yeah, okay. Amazing
Well, when
celebrities
I was
you've dated in your past.
18.
When you're 18, that's a good place to start.
Well, I got married when I was 18, actually.
Okay.
That's the father of my oldest two kids.
Okay, great. Great.
But
And
that hate is not important. That story is not important.
then hot, amazing, crazy celebrity stories, famous people, models, athletes, cam girls. What happens after that marriage?
Rebellion.
I love it. I love it.
Because when you get married at 18, you are set with this person, right? And I got cheated on during both my pregnancies. So the second one, I was like, fuck this dude.
During the
So,
pregnancy?
and I found out the second time when he was in Iraq. So I literally filed for divorce while he was serving in Iraq,
Oh my goodness. Wow.
but deserved, right? Like,
Well, earned it. Yeah. Earned it. Yeah.
so literally the first thing I did was like, I went to Google, and I'm like, how to meet David Spade. Because like I've always loved David Spade. I thought he was super funny. Loved
He
his movies.
is really funny, but that's the celebrity you went for. Like you're a 10 out of 10. You probably could have gone for almost any celebrity you wanted. David Spade probably isn't most people's first pick. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, interesting you say that. I wasn't technically going for him.
Okay.
I just wanted to meet David Spade because I thought he was funny, and it just was sounded like a good time. I was like, if I could hang out with somebody right now, who would David Spade?
David
Yeah, he'd
Spade.
probably cheer me up.
You are
Yeah.
probably the hottest girl David Spade ever dated. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No. Oh my gosh, he's dated some fine women.
Good for him. I mean,
He did he did tell me I was the first redhead he's ever been attracted to. I'm sure that's changed, but yeah, at the time.
how did it go from wanting to see David Spade to dating David Spade?
Okay. Well, during my research, I found out that if you sit in the first two rows of his show in Vegas, you get to meet him after. And I've done a lot of meet and greets, like when I was a teenager, like I'd follow like Dirk Bentley around and shit, and I always was backstage. And so I got two tickets for me and my best friend. I'm like, we're going to this David Spade show and we're gonna meet him afterwards. I told her, I'm like, listen, I know how this works. They want to get through this as quickly as possible. We're going to the back of the line.
Okay.
So we go to the back, and of course, like, they scurry through everybody, and then we're the last ones, right? So they can talk to us if they want to, because they don't have a whole bunch of people behind us. I know what I'm doing, okay?
Well
So
planned.
like he just asked me out then. He was like, we're going. It was him and Kevin Farley, which is Chris Farley's
Yeah.
brother. Um, they were going to some bar or something and invited us. We actually couldn't find it. And because it was like in the Venetian, like there's no excuse to not be able to find it. You know what I mean? But it was our first time even in Vegas. So like we didn't know. We were like, I think I was 23
Wow.
and he was 46.
See? Nah, see? Hottest girl David Spade has dated is definitely you. Come on, 23 and 46.
I you know who I would pick just from who I know? I would say Nikki Whalen.
Oh, she's pretty hot. She's pretty
She's
hot.
hot and
She's
they
pretty
dated. So
well, she's also his age, though. So,
is she?
she's closer to his age than you are, that's for sure. So, I think today you got her. There's no
Yay! I win.
so how does that end? How do you break up with David Spade? Like, how's
Oh,
that
we
work? You
never
get a
well, we
call
were
from a
never like
publicist?
in a do what? Say that
Get a
again?
call from a publicist or something? Like,
He did almost sue me one time. Oh my gosh.
for what?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked about this before. Let me
Alright,
get a
that's
drink
what
of
we're here for.
water,
That's what we're
please.
here for. Cheers, cheers.
Mhm. Okay, so this is actually funny. Like I said, we didn't find David actually. We found Kevin. Kevin was at the bar. We did run into Kevin. So we went up and we're like, "Where's David?" Oh, he got tired of waiting on you guys. So he like went up to his room. I was like, "Fuck." Like I was like, "Just text him and tell him we're here now and like to come back down." And so he did, but he didn't want to come back down. So I was like, "What do we do?" So I don't remember. You have to realize I was 23 at the time
Yeah.
because it's a long
Mhm.
time ago.
Yep.
2000 into 2010, I think, is
Okay.
when this happened. I think I suggested, like, let's go up to his room then, or something like. Any way I could hang out with him. I just wanted to hang out with him,
That's the
and
move. That's why he was up there. Then he's got like, if he's at the bar, he has to hang at the bar. If he just hangs in the room, Kevin tells you to go up. This was all set up. This was all planned. You fell
you
right
think.
into it. Oh, yeah.
Well, it felt like my plan, so I don't care.
It's like it worked. It worked in a way.
I was happy.
Yeah.
So we get invited up there. It's Kevin and me and my best friend Lindsay. And so we go up there, and I can tell pretty quickly, like, Kevin's like, "Hey," to my friend, like, "Wanna, like, go watch a movie in my suite?" Which happened. That's what happened. And
Red
Lindsay
Wing
the whole
Girl.
time was like, it's not happening. Just stop." And like, like just let him know. And he doesn't pressure anything.
Mm,
You tell him no, and he's like, "Okay." And then they just watched a movie. I don't remember what movie it was. I didn't watch a movie.
mm,
I
mm.
had a good time.
Good.
And I remember he could still tell you to this day what I said to him after, because he literally told me years later, like, "You remember the first night that we were together afterwards, what you said to me?" And I was like, "No, what?" Which I did, but I wanted to know if he remembered. And he was like, "You just looked at me and you were like, I could do better.
See? I knew it. I knew it.
I could do better." Like, that was not at all like
I can do
as
better.
good as it could be.
I got more, but you save that for date 2, so you get date 2. It's a good move.
We didn't even have a date one. We said, "Hey, what's up?"
Being famous must be awesome. I'm just
And maybe
saying
I
my
should
number.
change I dated David Spade to I just fucked David Spade a lot.
What did he almost sue you for?
Oh yeah, I forgot I told you that. Okay, so fast forward to, I want to say this was like April 2013. It's really weird that I know the month and
That was a good one,
year of all these things, but because we met in December
yeah. Okay, alright.
2010.
Yep, alright.
And this is before I ever had a boob job.
Okay.
Like, I had no boobs at all. I could show you a picture, or maybe I send you the picture and you like, ding, here's the picture.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I looked a little different. I was a lot younger, but I was living in Arizona, which is funny. I actually moved to Arizona because that's where he's from, and it wasn't like I was like I have to be where he's from or anything. It's just we went there sometimes, and I love the heat. Like, I
Yeah, yeah.
want to be hot. I can't stand be like, you're in New York. No, thank you. I lived in Connecticut. Never again.
No, Connecticut's even worse than I live on Long Island, so at least we have beaches, but Connecticut's got nothing but problems. It's not for me.
Well, they got rid of one, so
Good, good.
um, so he showed me Arizona. I really liked it. I ended up moving there. I think I lived there for like a month, and he I actually did think about this. I was like, I know he'll be in town a lot too, like,
Yeah.
so I would see him more often. Listen, I'm planning out these things. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing anyway. I clearly don't. Um, so I'm trying to figure out where this story, what actually happened. Oh, he came into town one night because he had a show in like Scottsdale or something, Phoenix, Scottsdale area. And of course, he invites me and my friend at the time, Josh, was living with me. Just a friend, nothing else.
Okay. All right.
Literally, like he's like 2 years younger than me. We went to high school together. We're both redheads. Like,
Trouble.
yeah,
Got it.
we're just friends. But I'm like, can Josh go? And he's like, yeah, it's fun. So we drive to this show, and this is his fault. I just want to point this out. He's to blame for this. For whatever reason, I don't know if you know this, but like when he was, I think in high school, he did like a talent show performance where he tried to do a backflip and did
Okay.
not land that backflip, landed like on his neck,
Okay.
and tells his mom like, "Hey, I like fucked up my neck," and she's like, "Yeah, put some ice on it," like type shit, and it never really got dealt with. And so, like, if you ever see pictures of him in a restaurant or anything, most of the time he's never, you bitch. Like, I hate when, sorry, I hate when it does that.
I
It
was
does
like,
it to me online all the time. I get so mad. I'll be like on a rant and my camera's like pisses me off. Well, I'm going to turn that off really quickly. I can't stand it. Okay. So, like, if he's in a restaurant eating with his friends, or if you ever see a picture of him like that, he won't be sitting like this. He's usually like this, like just chilling. Like, you
okay.
can't see me anymore, but you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah, he like kind of kneels into like a booth because he hurt himself.
So it's that bad.
Yeah, and so he had Vicodin on him, right? Prescribed, obviously, for his neck. And for whatever fucking reason, he offers me and Josh one, and it's real crazy because he's never ever offered me anything the whole time I've known him. The one time that drugs were like drugs were ever like in conversation when I knew him was September. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know the month. It was like in between that time frame. I was in LA and he was going to hang out with Kid Rock, and he was like, "Hey, can you get cocaine?" Which is funny because I'm not even from LA or California. I'm just in town and he's asking me to get him cocaine, which of
Yeah.
course I did. Cause my best friend at the time, she lived in LA. That's who I was visiting. So she had some hookup, some
Okay.
plug. So she ended up getting it. And then I had to like go outside and give David Spade some Coke to give to Kid Rock. So that happened.
All right.
Yeah. So I got Kid Rock Coke. He doesn't know it, but it was me.
Okay. I'll let him know if I ever see him. That came from my friend.
Thanks.
So he sued you for that? Like what was
No,
the
that wasn't it. So what happened was he gave the one and only time that I guess drugs were ever brought up or anything was him asking if me and Josh wanted one of these Vicodin. And I didn't know what it was. And Josh was like, hell yeah, So I took it. And I don't handle pain medication very well. Like
Oh.
it makes me so sick.
Oh.
Like if I have to like take hydrocodone or whatever, like usually I get if I don't eat with it and I don't like plan it just right, like I'm going to get sick, like dizzy and really sick. Well, apparently I think Vicodin is very strong. I'm not sure, but
I think so, yeah. It's a big deal on that house show, that doctor show from the '90s. Yeah, that's it's a big deal.
oof. Is that what he's taking?
That's what he takes, yeah, that's what he takes.
Well, he functions very well, much better than I was, because I remember being backstage. And do you remember BB Jones?
I do remember
The
BB
ports.
Jones. She
You
dated Rob
forgot though,
Gronkowski.
didn't you, for a long time, didn't you?
I remember that name. She turned into a mom and, like, never changed her Instagram, and, like, suddenly her Instagram was just mom life, and she retired, and she dated Rob Gronkowski for a while, and, like, I remember her very well. She was on the old podcast back in the day, but
Really?
yeah, I remember her very well.
Well, she lived in Arizona. Do you remember when she like sucked a cop's dick to get out of a ticket and then he gave her a ticket anyway?
Yeah, and
Do
I
you remember
might
that? I'm
do.
not laughing because it happened. I'm just like, this is a crazy story. Like, I'm not like, ha ha ha, she deserved a ticket.
I'm 95% sure she gave me a lap dance in Arizona once, oddly enough, because my family
That
lived
sounds
in,
right.
my dad used to live in Mesa, and I snuck out one night to a strip club, and, there was this one strip club out there, and this girl who was
BB
way hotter than
Jones.
I know. But anyway, BB Jones.
I love it. Most people, I feel like if I said that to them, they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" And it's not because she's not known or anything. It's just because that it's that time. You know what I
That
mean? Like
time. That was
you
our
had to
time.
be there. You
Yes,
had to be
yes,
there.
yes,
And I
yes.
was really there. So like I was backstage with BB Jones and I recognized her and I'm fucked up on Vicodin at this point. And not knowing what Vicodin even was and having taken it, I had a shot on
Oh,
top of that. And I don't drink.
oh,
So like one shot for me is like a lot.
got it.
So
So
let's combine the two. I'm a total dumbass now. Like I'm not Jenny anymore. I don't know who the fuck I
it's
am.
disaster. Got it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't like, oh, yeah, I think I might have been. Okay. So apparently he got really mad at me that night because when we were backstage, started saying this because Phoebe was back there. And I was like, we should have a threesome.
And he was really mad at
Cause
you.
like that just made sense to me to say in the moment. But like, would I say that now just because I'm around a porn star? No, I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah.
But like, I was fucked up. I wouldn't have said it then. You know, realistically, I would have just been like, "Hey, I'm Jenny," and that would have been it. But because I'm so fucked up, I'm like, we should do a threesome. Also, one of his guys had gotten me weed because I didn't live in Arizona, and his friend was from there too. So he's like, "You're like, this is the longest story to find out why someone got sued ever."
I love
I
it.
know
I love it.
there's just so many parts to it. But the dude that was opening up for him, he got me weed. And I was like, yeah, like I just remember like holding up being like, yeah, like so stupid. Like, you're the king, some
Uh,
stupid shit. And what I didn't even realize were like all the other people that were back there. Like he told me later that all the wives
oh,
of all of his friends and stuff were back there, and I'm just being a dumbass. Like, we should have a threesome, and the wives are probably thinking like, "Oh, this is what you guys do on tour."
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm getting all the guys in trouble,
Yeah,
basically.
that makes sense, yeah.
So that's why he was upset, not because I was. It probably, I think it was because I was getting his friends in trouble with their wives.
Got it. That makes sense. As a
They
married
tried
man
to sue me. No, I'm just kidding. So I, when after the show, oh, there's a big part of the story I just remembered. Oh, this is so gross. Okay, so like I said, I get sick, right?
mhm.
And we're in his brother's driving us because I don't remember which brother he has two, but one of them lives in Arizona and he owns this company where like I don't know if it's just a company that drives people around or if he actually sells cars, but it has something to do with that. And so he like is the car service that like picks us up. It's David's brother. And David and Kevin are sitting here and I I want to say Josh was in the middle of them or something. And I'm just like sitting in the back by myself. And I think I strategically did that because I felt like shit. And I was like, if something happens, I don't want to be around anybody. And then I shit my pants. No, I'm just kidding. So everyone's like, what is that smell? I don't know. So what happened next was thank God there was like because it was one of those cars, there was like these little cups back there. I needed to throw up. And so I'm like quietly like
That
throwing up in a cup
that
as quiet as I can. I filled it to the brim, right?
oh.
Put it in the cup holder, and I'm like, I still feel like shit. I'm just like, at least that happened, and no one's saying anything about it, right? Well, we got to the hotel, and he's like mad at me, which I understand now, but at the time, I'm like, why are you mad at me? Like, you gave me this thing. Like, I can't help what I said. Like, after you give me shit, make me fucked up. Like, what's wrong with you? You're the problem. So, I left really mad because basically, like, when I got there, I felt like shit and he wanted to fuck, you know? And I couldn't. Like,
Yeah.
and so he's like, well, you can leave,
Oh,
basically, right? And I'm like feeling really shitty. But I can't put all the blame on him for that either because Josh was going to the car to get some weed for me to smoke
he's still
because
rolling.
I felt like shit just because my stomach was hurting. He's like, this will help your stomach. David doesn't do drugs. You know, he doesn't smoke. He doesn't do stuff like that. He didn't want that in his room.
Oh, okay.
I understand that. At the time, I was so fucked up. I'm like, fuck you. I'm sick. Like, I can't believe you like making me leave. Josh was like, fuck him. Like, we were so pissed. And it's so stupid. And so I went home and wrote about it.
Right on a
Some
book.
blog,
Some
some
book.
blog. I think
Okay.
his name was like Shea Booty. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, no, I don't.
Okay, so I had written about how we met, and then I said some things, some little things, just little tiny details, and like
Now it makes
he ended up like I think it was like the very next day. His sister-in-law calls him. It's like, "Have you seen this? Like, who wrote this?" And he calls me. He's like, "I know you didn't write that. You didn't write that." And I'm like, "I didn't write that. What are you talking about?" Totally lied. Acted like
yeah.
I didn't write it. Who the fuck else would have written it? Someone else was in my brain and lived my fucking life. Like,
Told the exact details.
and he's like, "Well, I'm being advised to sue you over what you wrote and everything, but like, I don't want to do that." And I was like, "Well, I'll just see if I can get it taken down. It doesn't matter who wrote it. I'll see if I can get it taken down."
Either way, yeah.
Which if he knows now, of course, it was me. Like we laugh about it and stuff. But like, um, I ended up getting a hold of the guy who posted it, and I was like, "Hey, I'll send you all my content if you," because this was like 2013, so long ago.
Sold.
I was like, "I'll send you all my content if you delete that." He's trying to sue my ass now. And he's like,
Done.
"Okay, I got you." So he did it. He deleted it and got all my content, and that was it. I didn't get sued.
So you guys still talk?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
talked
great.
to him probably like 2 weeks ago.
Awesome. Well, that's nice. So there was no real official end. You guys just
No, yeah, I mean, no breakup or anything like that. We were just like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Vegas this weekend. Do you want to come?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I want to come." And I'd go to Vegas. I'd see him like once or twice a month
awesome.
for
That's
like 3 years. I mean, he may have been dating someone realistically, like exclusively, and I didn't know about it. I don't see that happening though because I don't see him ever settling down with one person
gotcha. So that
because
that
he's just
was
not that guy.
that was when you said you were 23 roughly. So I when you and I first started doing this stuff, there was
Hmm.
I'm gonna be wrong with names because I'm 42 now. So so there
I'm
was
almost there.
There was a guy you were I don't know if you were married to him, but he was doing all your scenes with you. He was your partner and
Andy.
Andy, yes, that's the name. And there's another name I'll mention after the Andy stories. And me and the whole internet were very jealous of Andy for getting to live this life with you and make this cool content and live this awesome life. What didn't we know? What was going on? Was you and Andy broke up and it seemed pretty terrible from the outside, but is what was that life like?
Well, me and Andy were together, I think 10, 11 years, something like that.
Okay. All
Really
I
long
knew was
time.
you and this guy. Like, that's all I knew.
Yeah. I think for a while, and a lot of cam models used to do this. I don't know what they do now. I don't pay attention to anybody
Yeah.
anymore. Used to, like, we all said we're single, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not because we're leading people on, just because it does help business to say you're single. It
Yeah,
makes them think, "Oh, I have a chance," or some
right.
shit. At least that's what we thought at the time, right? And it gets to a point where I'm filming with the same guy for so long. It's like you can't. I'm not that type of person that's gonna sit online and like I honestly the other night online I was like I'm what they call an overshare. I say too much, and my chat room was like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely an overshare." Because like I found out that apparently I'm a storyteller cam model, and I was like, "Oh, that checks out. I think I do tell a lot of stories."
Hey, whatever gets that little tip button banging, right?
I was talking about mental health the other day, and someone joined the chat room and tipped me a shit ton. Like when I say joined, I mean joined the website. Like they were watching as like a guest, and they like paid to make an account, and they were like, "I'm going through the same shit right now. Like I totally understand." I'm like, "Yeah, like
Right. This
mental
girl really
health,"
needs this. Yeah.
and but like it was great. It was really good. So back to Andy
Yeah.
and that shitty no. We honestly, like, me and Andy were, like, best friends. I was happy with him for years and years and years, but he started getting me into trouble, and it was around the time that we met, me and you. Around that time, that was when Kanye did the Pornhub Awards, right?
Yep. Just before, I think, yeah.
Okay. He had done it just before we did our thing?
Yeah.
No.
I
No.
we had done our thing just before he'd done that, I think.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say nah, because Kanye had my bangs cut, and I didn't have bangs in our podcast. I don't know if you remember
I
that, but
don't remember that. I
I
don't
was
remember.
the only girl that had to have a haircut.
Oh, wow. Kanye. Come on,
Yeah,
Kanye.
asshole move of
Who
him.
gets those sorts of rights? As
I
a
just was
host
like,
of
okay, cut my bangs, and it was like probably like this thickness of my hair was bangs, and the rest of it was just all I had left in the back. And I was like, I have no hair now. I'm just all bangs. It was terrible. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, like I said, that during that time, Andy started getting me in trouble at the Pornhub Awards. I presented with Lindsay Love, and her husband kind of it was like me and her to the
Mhm.
to the podium, and our dudes that we filmed with are like kind of right behind us. You like this little
Got it. Totally understand.
me, Andy, Lindsay, Michael.
Got it.
The guys didn't have any lines, but they wanted Pornhub wanted them to be there because they're in our videos, right?
Sure.
And they thought it'd be funny to do this thing,
Uh,
you know, while we're giving our lines, they just stood there like this. And I had never heard of that before, but Lindsay and Mike were like, "This is fucking funny," and I was like, "I don't care, whatever. If y'all think it's funny." Well, Lil Dicky was in the front row. You know Lil Dicky, right? The
Phil,
rapper dude.
I have forgotten who Little Dicky is. Who's Little Dicky again?
He's just like a funny rapper guy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's pretty much it. But he was there, and I actually had had a drink before because I was nervous, and I
I
walked
thought
up to him and I was like, "You're Little Dicky."
I thought you were talking about David Spade again when you said Little Dicky.
That was such a good joke. Oh my god, that was so good. He is very short.
I'm sure he's a
He's a
fantastic
short
man, a
guy.
wonderful lover. I am terribly unfamous to say anything bad about David Spade, so Andy's getting you in trouble at this thing. Little Dicky's mad.
You're getting me in trouble. I'm breaking up with you. This is
No,
the last podcast we
we just
do.
got back together.
I
Um,
know, right? So I waited 8 years or 7 or something.
so they did the thing at the award show. What other things is he getting you in trouble for? Like, is he just being
Well,
a
no,
pet?
let me tell
Yeah.
you why you got in trouble for that. So apparently, when that hit the Twitter, everyone was like, "That's racist." And we're like, "Wait, what? This is racist?" Like, I don't know what's happening here. Like, I didn't even know what it was. And turns out apparently there's a way to do it to where because like they're doing it like this, right?
Yeah.
If you turn it upside down, it looks this part right here. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Looks
we
like
don't
a
want that cheap.
W.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
not
is?
doing it. It looks like a W when I turn my hand upside down. And then this looks like and my arm would look like a P, which would stand for white power,
Got
apparently.
it.
And apparently a lot of people use it for that. And so
When we were
people
young
took
and
them doing
stupid, we used
that.
to do that, and if you looked at it, the guy would hit you in the nuts. Like, that's what we used to do
That's
with that.
that's what they were doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
That's what
what
I
the
knew.
point was. And the reason I mentioned Lil Dicky is because he was in the front row and I noticed that he noticed it and he laughed. And I was like,
Oh,
oh fuck, that made Lil Dicky laugh. That's cool. But it's never like the internet attacking Andy for what
yeah,
and he's got his own Twitter account. Go attack him.
yeah.
It's always Jenny's racist because her boyfriend, blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
Mhm.
the
Right,
fuck?
right.
Like, okay, no. So that was one thing. And then like there were other times like he just would say random shit. Like one time he said someone had a dirty dick because he didn't like him. But like in front of like other models and stuff. And it's like
Not professional.
there's a certain level of professionalism that you should have. And like he was making me look bad. Cause like that's not something I would say about anyone in the industry. And like I got to the point where I was like, I started to have to always be like, can you just not talk when, and people used to love Andy. Like everyone used to hang out with us. And then all of a sudden it got to like, he's the annoying guy. I don't know if that's an age thing. Are you there? Because y'all are the same age.
I luckily have been annoying for a very long time, so I'm much better at
Mm.
dealing with it. But was he older than you at the time? He was
Yeah, he's your age. I just forgot my age for a second. Whoa, how old am I?
I
Am I
think you're
38?
I think you're
37.
37, okay.
No, I'm 37. Whew, that's scary. Wait, am I 38?
Well, the rest of the podcast, we'll figure out if you're, 37 or 38.
Oh, I'm 37. I'm
Okay,
37.
oh, good.
For
So he was
sure. So he was getting me in trouble a lot. That was annoying me, but I wasn't gonna like break up with him for it. It was just
yeah,
more of like a you're not allowed to go to events with me anymore. You can just stay home because like you're not it's not beneficial to me at this
right.
point. Like I seem to be getting canceled every time you're around.
He had a pretty good gig, staying home, being your husband, boyfriend, whatever, and making content and living that life. He should have just been happy with that. Like, was he trying to be more famous than you? Was he jealous of you getting attention? Was it any of that? None of that. He just was. It was just wasn't
He
working
didn't
out.
want any of that.
No. Okay.
No, not at all. That's not it. So when I was pregnant this last time, you know that like jump scare of a pregnancy that just came out of nowhere. The cool thing about not knowing you're pregnant for half your pregnancy is like your pregnancy is only really like 4 months.
And you got to party the first 5, so it's no big
I
deal.
did. I know, like I was smoking. Though I felt really bad about it, but he came out. He's fine. He's fine. And honestly, like I can't beat myself up over something I didn't know.
Yeah,
And just so people aren't like, you're a dumbass. How do you not know you're pregnant? Like, I'll tell you. Apparently, do you know anything about pregnancy?
I've
I'm
I've
gonna
been
pretend.
through I've been through one, so I just know those
Is it
experiences. My
your
wife.
own
Yeah, my
birth?
kid.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
meant like I've been through
Well,
that pregnancy when I was born.
no, not
Okay.
that one.
So you know, like there's a uterus, and when the baby forms inside there, inside the uterus, there's the placenta that attaches to the uterine wall.
Yep.
Correct? Like here's
Mhm.
this and placenta,
Right.
right? That nasty slab of meat looking thing that maybe Courtney Kardashian ate, maybe she didn't. I don't know.
Right, right.
So that was detached like this.
Okay.
And just that is an open wound at that point. That's just bleeding. And so like
Oh,
I thought I was like having like irregular periods, right?
sure,
But
sure.
really I was like bleeding to death.
Oh my god.
No, really, like I was for like 4.5 months until I
Oh, wow.
figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah. But obviously I survived and
Yeah, we survived and we're here, so that's good.
yeah, so but during that pregnancy, I even did a photo shoot when I was like at that 4 month mark. And I remember saying to Marcos Rivera, I was like, I feel so bloated. I even did 2 enemas last night for
Right.
this because I feel so bloated. And I was
Yeah.
like, this feels like a maternity shoot.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Turned out to be a fucking
Would
maternity shoot.
probably
But
get more for it now that it was.
when I got back from that trip, I found out that like just through thing it doesn't even matter, it just matters that I found out, right? Andy had a bank account in just his name that I had never known about our entire relationship. And he's never worked aside from like I don't want to say like that being like a stay-at-home dad or whatever isn't working because that shit's hard.
Right.
Being a parent's hard. But I do want to say like you don't need a bank account to deposit money into when you're doing that, you know? So he had that and I'm like, why you have this bank account? And then I find out that for like the duration of our relationship, he was transferring like 2 grand at a time just to this bank account. I don't know what he did with it. I will say he's been living in an apartment like 10 minutes from me for like 2 years now, and he's not worked the entire time.
So I'm gonna peel this back a little bit here. So, are we suggesting Andy was well, were you guys married or just dating? I forget.
We never were married.
Okay.
We
Alright.
never were even engaged.
Okay. So was
We lived
he's
together and like he was basically like my kid's stepdad though. They did see him as stepdad. Now
okay.
they think he's just a loser, but
So was he stealing are you telling me he's stealing 2 grand from you at a time for how long? Did he steal
he would
$100,000
say
from you?
no. He would be what when I ask him about it or we talk about it, he's like, "No, I had a credit card because I didn't have a debit card because you wouldn't let me have one," which is true because he would. It was getting to the point where he's just going and like you would think he had a job and like you know what I mean. Like it doesn't even talk to me about it, and I'm like, that's not okay. So I took his name off my bank account like years before this even happened, and he's like, "Oh no, I had a credit card, so like if you ever sent me out to get something, because it's always me sending it. Shut the fuck up. You go get tea, a Sonic drink every day. I didn't send you for that." Um, but he's like, that money I transferred was to pay the credit card, is what he'd tell me. But how do you explain that he's been living without working for 2 years?
Right.
Because that's
I mean,
crazy.
I'm sure you could look. How much was it? How much are we talking?
I'd never looked because
Go
the
look.
thing is, fuck, I think I would kill myself. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, then
I
don't look.
won't. I won't. Yeah, are you trying to murder me now?
No,
No.
then you'll definitely not come on the podcast again.
Yeah, my funeral is the next podcast. The
Live stream.
memorial service.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, obviously, but I don't even know when it actually started. I will say before I met you, probably like a year before I met you, we kind of had like an argument one time, and I was showing my parents like what I had in my bank, and my dad's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's whatever Andy had told me." And he was like, "No, he's stealing money from you." I remember my dad saying that, and this was like before I met you. And I was
That's
like, "Dad, no, he's not. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're so crazy." Like, because my dad would easily fall for a catfish on the internet these days. So I'm just like, he doesn't know anything.
but that he
So-
was I mean, that's the fear. I'm sure that's the dad's fear with any guy in your life. Like you said, like, this guy's just living at the house. He's like, he's mooching off my daughter. Is he a good
but he
guy?
was so, he actually kind of saved me though. Like, what you probably don't realize or know, because I don't think I've ever told you, is that I met Andy on MFC in my chat room.
Really?
Yes, our babies are products of my
You should not.
do you, do you no, seriously though, I wonder how many like MFC babies there are in
Well, this is
existence.
I mean, this is every guy's dream on MFC is to live this story, right? Like, you started this by saying, like, "These guys think that I could possibly be into them." Well, apparently one guy hit the jackpot from the campsite and, you
Yeah,
know, became your kid's stepdad for a few years. I mean, that's the
for like a
dream.
decade,
For like a decade, yeah, yeah. That's
until all his secrets, all his lies came out. So like, okay. Yeah, we met on MFC. I liked him a lot. We were friends for like a year and a half. And then uh my ex, the kid's biological dad, he was
yeah,
staying with me at the time in Arizona. This is around the time that I almost got sued. This is literally like I only lived in Arizona for like 3-4 months.
nothing
So
but
like
chaos.
right there. It was. I wish I had lived there longer, really, but I had to leave. So he was acting crazy, my ex-husband. Like he was just so obsessed with me. That sounds so fucked up to
Yeah.
say. He's just so obsessed with me. But no, it's true. There's a video posted on my TikTok of him. Like, he sent me a phone one time after this period, like a year later. And the only thing that he left on the phone were recordings of him singing songs and like horribly singing songs to me. And I remember Andy got the phone, was like, haha, listen to this. I was like, I can't. But like, he was getting super drunk and like beating down my cam room door and like just acting crazy. At one time, I was doing like a Skype with Andy. This is when he was just an MFC member, so he
Okay.
was just, I won't say his username. I was going to, but I won't. So I was doing a Skype with him, and my ex-husband walks in, and after he like breaks down the door and throws an, I don't want to say throw, he tosses a knife on the bed where I'm sitting, because I'm like sitting on the bed. My computer's next to it on like a chair or something. I was doing a Skype. He throws it, tosses it at the end of the bed. He threw it
He's not trying to
at me.
murder you. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
No, he wasn't trying to hurt me or anything, but he said, just kill me. Just get it over with. Just kill me now. Cause like, I guess like me, he knew that I liked this guy, and he's like, I'm losing her. Like, bitch, we're divorced. Like, what do you mean you lost me already?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he wanted me to kill him, I guess, with this. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. You're
Good answer.
weird. Like, that's a crazy suggestion. You should probably get out. And Andy heard all this, and he had been hearing me talk about it, but he hadn't witnessed any of it. And he was like,
Mhm.
"You need to leave like tonight." And so like he got me and the kids out of there. We went to Connecticut. That's why I
Oh,
was in
alright.
Connecticut, because Andy lived in Connecticut.
Got it, got it. We could have
I
been real
hated
life
it.
friends when you were close. It's just over one little ferry ride from Long Island, Connecticut. We could have been real life
You
friends.
know, and my son back then was like 3, 4 years old, obsessed with Michael Jackson. And for his fourth birthday, all he wanted was to put on a real Michael Jackson concert for people. And so what I do? Drove him to fucking New York, and we went to Central Park, and he put on a show for everybody. And like we didn't put anything out for him to get tipped, but people started putting money under the speaker for him. It was so cute.
I could have been there. Could have been our first get together.
You're like, oh yeah, I have a video of that
I
on my
wait a minute,
phone.
I was there. So, alright, so Andy doesn't work out. He's taking money, he's getting you in trouble.
Oh, there's
Um,
more than that.
give me give me the hits. Like, what else is he doing?
Okay, so what was it that I said already that he did?
Thing at
Getting
the
me in trouble all
award
the time?
show and the award
Yeah,
trouble all
yeah,
the
yeah.
time and, taking
Okay, I
money.
was trying to think if that was the reason I'd broken up with him. It wasn't. When I got back from that photo shoot, the bank account, that's when I broke up with him. But after he leaves, right?
Mhm.
More stuff comes out, because what I didn't realize is he'd been hiding the mail from me. Now, Andy was in control of the finances because I trusted him so much because he saved me, right? I ended up finding out that he hadn't paid like 4, 5 years of taxes
Ah.
of mine, federal and state, adding up to the two of them adding up to over $200,000 owed, since all these penalties and fees have been
Yeah,
just accumulating over the years. I'm pissed. I'm like distraught because like I had worked my ass off, and I told him like, this is how you do it. Like, when
yeah.
I get paid, you put this percentage into the savings, whatever, put however much you want in savings, and you have what you spend. That's how it works when you can, and you live off tips, because they don't take taxes out. We have to pay them ourselves. And I had just never knew this, years of taxes. And so that was one thing. Then I find out, as if that's not enough, I went to pay my mortgage because I bought this house in 2020, and I went to pay my mortgage, and I'm like, why can't I pay my mortgage? Like, what's happening? So I'm trying to do that. Find out it's not letting me pay because they're like trying to take my house because
He wasn't paying that either?
he didn't pay that for like a year. And he had told me, he was like, oh, well, that's because there was some kind of like COVID program shit thing, or like, I don't know. I think he made some shit up about where like you could not pay for a year and they'd like put it at the end of your mortgage. Like, that's what he had told me.
There was some of
But
that
didn't,
stuff, but they made you pay it back, like, as soon as COVID was over, like, "No, not at the end, you have to pay us
oh, that
the."
really happened? That was a real
You will.
thing?
Yeah, there was some programs, but most of them were like, "You can not pay now, but, if you don't pay for 6 months, in 7 months, you have to pay us 6 months worth of mortgage,
Or we're taking your house.
or we're taking your house." Yeah. So,
So I hired an attorney in California. Actually, I didn't. A friend of mine from MSC did for me. And of course, all they ended up doing was getting me put on a payment plan for each
yeah, yeah.
one. They won't even stop the penalties and fees continuing on. Like, they're still going to keep going. So, like, I've been working for the past 2 years just to pay that off. I got my mortgage fixed and everything. I think I have to pay like close to $200 more now a month because of it. And then I have the 2 tax payments every month. That sucks. That to me was the worst part, because like whenever I had the babies, that was kind of my time to be like, okay, you get to work now. That was the plan. And now I can enjoy being a mom and whatever. And then I find all this out, and I'm like, oh, okay. So we have 2 options. Well, 3 options. I can kill you is one.
You had the night.
The second option is I can like go to the police
Yeah,
over it. Or the third one is you can get out of my house, but you're going to have to keep the babies at night so I can work, because that's when I can.
yeah.
And it sucks. I hate that because like I feel like I feel like I'm missing out on those precious years that like I wanted to relive, you know?
No
So
doubt.
now I'm so stretched thin. Like I literally will go over to Andy's apartment and stay there from the end of the day until my two kids, boy and girl, till they lay down and then get them to sleep, then leave so that she doesn't have to go to sleep without me there because she cares more than the little one.
Well, I mean, that nighttime stuff. I have a 4-year-old little boy, and he won't fall asleep unless he's snuggling with dad, so that's time you never get back, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like I'm already missing too much.
Yeah.
And it makes me more mad at him too. But
Right.
like today, even like I was late getting here and I wanted to tell you, like, if you knew my fucking day already, because like I swear it's yesterday still. I went and picked her up. She wanted to spend the night with mom.
I love it.
And I pick her up. We come here, play for a few hours. She decides she's hungry, feed her, and then put her to bed. I go to bed with her because like I'm fucking exhausted. We wake up at 7:30. I have to get her ready for school, which school is like pre-K.
Same.
Drop her off at pre-K, come back, had to clean all this room on my bathroom. Then I had to get ready to get on camera. And then by the time I got on camera, I was on here until 4. And then at 4, I had to get dressed, leave, go pick her up. Picked her
Nonstop.
up, dropped her off at Andy's. She was upset about it, and she let me know. She literally said, and I quote, "What the hell?"
Sorry about that.
Because she
Tell her I'm
says,
sorry.
well, I told her I'd come pick her up after
Oh, good.
she could stay. So she's fine. I already came today,
Okay.
planned for this.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's just been hectic and like I only saw her this morning from like the time for like an hour until she went to school and then I'll go pick her up and then it's like she'll be tired around 10.
Yeah.
But like I'll probably keep her home tomorrow and just so
Well,
we can
that's
hang
good.
out. She's not required to be there, you know.
Yeah, pre-K's I'm with it. I'm same thing. Same thing. So, okay, so
Yeah.
Andy's out.
I had to go to therapy over this. I am medicated over this man right now. Like
How
I have gotten many diagnoses. Literally, like I just like a week and a half ago, I booked a therapy appointment to see if they would diagnose me with anything. I'm thinking it's going to be like ADHD and she's like, "Oh, you have complex post-traumatic stress disorder, severe anxiety and mild depression." And
It's
I'm
a
like,
lot. That's a lot.
so then she refers me to a psychiatrist who I then talk to. And he's like, well, first we need to start with this ADHD that you have. And I was like,
Okay, we'll start
okay,
with
well,
that. Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
I was like, she said I didn't have that. And he was like, well, you clearly do. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Uh,
But no, it was just that was a whole mess. I've never really dealt with anything like that before.
so I'll ask you some general questions. Do you think you would ever date someone again that is also involved in your work?
Ooh. Um,
Because this guy was,
I
Andy
think that's
was.
the most ideal,
You do?
really.
Okay. It seems to it does it get complicated though? Is it all could it separate those issues? Is it too much? I don't know. It sounds like a great job,
It sounds
but
perfect.
yeah, I'm just, you know.
Well, the thing I, struggle with, and I'm sure many other single cam models struggle with, is that we're not looked at the same. That people don't typically look at us and go, I want to bring her home to mom and marry her.
I think there's less of that now than there used to be. You know, because of listen, so many people in real life have OnlyFans now. Like, it's I don't wanna say it's accepted yet, but it's opened some doors, right? Like, I don't know,
I feel
maybe
like I opened a lot of these doors.
you did, you went through all the forms of this, right? Like, first, I don't know whatever was before what was before camming for you? Was camming your first day being naked for money? Or was there something
Mhm.
before that?
No, I was on the street naked. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Cammy.
Camming was number 1. So that was
And
like
that was crazy to do. And if you can't, that was 2012.
mhm.
If you were streaming at that time, if you were a cam model and someone came in your chat room, did you watch cams at this time?
Then, now, and forever, yeah.
Yay. Okay. I just want to know if you will know what I'm talking about. Did you use my free cams?
Yeah, I used to, yeah, I used to use that more.
Okay. Well, used to is all that matters in this
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
So, okay. So back then, if a member was like, hey, do you make videos? Do you have videos? Do you remember what models would say?
No, but I remember having to pay for them in tokens, and it was always a pain in the ass. What did
Well,
models say?
okay, at that time, they pretty much would be like, my God, like they'd be super
Oh.
offended. I'm not a, do I look like a porn star? I'm a cam model. Like, I don't make porn. Like, that's what I saw. There were girls obviously making videos. I'm not denying that. But the majority of girls were not doing that because there were cam models and there were porn stars and they were not the same.
Well,
Like,
it's funny you say that because around that time when I was doing all these interviews every week on the old show, I would interview a different adult star every week. And the I'd be like talking to, I don't know, Jada Stevens, and I'd be like, "Hey,
mhm.
what do you think about camming? What do you think about that?" She goes, "Oh, I hope that doesn't stick around. I don't like it." And the porn stars didn't like the camming side of things, and it went
I
I think it
love
went both ways.
this.
I think it went both
Thank
ways.
you. Yeah. Well, it did not to me. Cause okay. So I don't know if you remember like Jenny Potter. Do you remember Jenny Potter? Aspen Ray.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You're
Okay.
talking to the right
Those
guy.
are all right. Good. They are two OG cam models in the My Free Cams community, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jenny Potter, I think, was the first cam model I ever watched because my friend at the time told me about MSC and I was like, I'll do some research on my own later, and I just went on the website. I think she was probably right there at the top because she's Jenny Potter. And I click her and this bitch is naked and like having the time of her fucking life. And I'm like, hold on, what the fuck is this? I'd never seen it before. I'm like, that looks like a great time. Like, I wonder how much money that is, these tokens. Like, I had
Yeah.
all these, I was just super curious. And I didn't watch another model. I
That was
watched her for about from like 5 minutes maybe, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make an account and see what happens.
That's as long as I can watch them too, usually, but
Because you're flipping through them all. You're like, I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
find the right one that's gonna
right.
make me come. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, her legs are spread. Okay, so at that time though, after I joined, I noticed people were asking about videos. I think like my second day, I don't think it really happened my first day, but my second day, people were asking, and I'm like, I'm already on here. Like, this is a video. Like, what do
Right.
you mean? Like,
Supposed to
why
want.
wouldn't I? If you guys are going to pay me to make a video, which is what I'm doing here anyway, like, yeah, I'll do it. So I started making content. I started making trailers for them and posting them to Twitter. And I started, keep in mind, there was no mini vids and shit like that. The only clip sites that really existed at that time were shitty as fuck. Like, um, okay, I don't want to say that they're shitty as fuck. I was thinking of I forget what it's called. They're My Girlfriend or something. I don't know if you remember that site,
That
but it
sounds
wasn't even
familiar,
a
yeah.
clip site. Now that I think about it, it was so shitty. I got banned. I never saw a dime from them, and I made money, and then they'd take it away and be like, "You're in trouble because you said MFC in a message because someone asked where they could find me." So I'd lose all my money.
Well, we initially started talking about, like, you have your career so much changed about how to make money in this business from where you started as, "I'm gonna be a cam girl. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna be a cam girl. Now I'm gonna do videos." Now, I know you dabbled into the porn star side of things for a little bit.
That was honestly just to see what the difference was in how they made videos versus how I make videos. And what I learned was there's no fucking difference at all, other than it's dirty as fuck. They don't clean up after themselves at all. It's
So that
gross.
was that just it was just the one video? Or did
Mhm.
you just the one,
And
right?
I said it through the entire documentary. I'm like, I don't have any plans to go. Like before any of that stuff ever happened, like I was like, I'm just here to, this is research for me.
Okay.
Like that's why I was there. I genuinely was like, what makes them professional versus like, what is it? Is it the camera? I mean, it's the camera really and the sound guy, I guess. Cause like there was nothing different.
and the money's not fantastic, right? Like, that part of that business is not like you it's,
I got 3 checks for that movie, and
uh,
each check was $1,666.
so that's not, I mean,
And there were
if
3
you
scenes, so that's each scene.
so if you went to someone like, "Hey, girl on the street, for $3,000, will you be a porn star?" Like, that doesn't sound enticing to me. I'm sure the camming side of things is much better, but what what I what started to seem the secret of the industry to me as I started talking to more people was, like, the goal of the porn stars was to get as famous as possible so they could charge as much as possible for escorting.
Yes, that was because there was a website that you had to pay, like, a shit ton of money to even be a member of, and I think it was called, like, Lords or something,
Yeah.
and there were I'm giving all the secrets out. All the porn stars were on there. Not all of them, I'm not gonna say all of 'em, but the majority of them were on there, and it's like yeah, escorting, I think, because it's like, at the end of the day, when you're, like, being assigned dicks, and stuff, it feels probably, I would imagine, no different than going and escorting.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're making money fucking somebody either way.
and they're probably famous and rich and take you a good time and give you $10,000 and then you go about your day. Like, that
Or
seemed to
like
be,
nerdy and rich and
or
of
nerdy and
course.
rich, or, Canadian
Or
comedians
like
from Staten
married and rich.
or married and rich, right. That seemed to be the game for me, and now you follow these people and they're making money doing cameos and AI stuff and OnlyFans and a cam thing, and there's just, are you making more money now than you ever have? It seems like there's a lot more ways to spend it as a consumer.
Now, I think the reason I'm not making as much as I should be right now is because I've been dealing with my mental health and everything that's gone on over the last 2 years, and just keeping that consistency and stuff has not been great for me. I'm working on it, and I think I've gotten something down now, and
Good.
yeah. But in terms of, like, what were we talking about? The cam models being
We're
different
talking
than the
about, like, it
porn
just seems like
stars,
it's
right? Like, I just I wanna say 2000 it was 2017 is when I was asked by Tony, who was the CEO of AVN, to do the banners and stuff for Vegas, for the
mhm,
2018 AVN Awards. And that was the first time a cam model was represented on,
yeah.
in that, yeah. And I really do think it's because I was just getting so big making it myself. I mean, I don't did you see any of that? Like, I don't know if you
Oh, I
ever
did,
saw
no.
my stuff or like,
I know, I mean, that's how I used to look for people to be on my show. I'd be like, "Who's super popular and beautiful and gonna draw an audience?" Like, and you were definitely qualified for all of that. I was very lucky to have you on, and,
oh
you were
wow.
definitely, especially, and I had more porn stars on than cam girls. I had maybe a handful of cam girls on, and, yeah, I mean, you were great. You were definitely top of that list, and I was very excited that you would entertain chatting with me for an hour, whatever it was, so, no doubt,
Good.
and I still think of you that
I
way.
was
I don't
so
know.
nervous.
You were so nervous to talk to me, that's so stupid.
Well, it was my first podcast at all.
Okay,
This is my second.
thank you.
You're the only person I podcast with.
I might have to get back in the game. I might have to fire it up again.
I do remember when I started making those videos, I pissed off models a lot in my career. I'm sure you remember. But I remember people being mad about it. Like, why are you doing that? Like, that's not
Because
what
now
we
they have to
do.
do it.
They don't have to.
Right,
But that's
but
the
it
thing is like that's why I mentioned Jenny Potter. When I watched her, she was so unique. And I just thought, like, well, just because cam models don't make porn videos doesn't mean they can't. Like, she's doing whatever she wants to do. Maybe what my thing is making porn too. Like, that's just my unique little thing. Not that I'm the only one. I'm not saying that, but like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna, I don't care if anyone else is doing it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
and that
And that blew the fuck up. It got
game,
to a point where like I was on MFC and I couldn't send links quickly enough. Like, it was hard.
huh, wow, and now with OnlyFans, everybody's got every video of everything. That seems to be where most of the money's getting funneled through now.
Oh, for sure. And I remember in 2014, I was online and Leo was online. Do you know Leo? He's
Um,
the owner. He's the owner of MFC,
oh,
and he also owns OnlyFans.
oh my god. That's what a great guy.
Yep.
Does he have a sister? My god, that's
I have no idea. But he was online and I sent him a private message and I was like, "Hey, I have a favor." He's like, "What?" I don't think he was a big fan of mine for a while. But I said, "It's getting really hard for like I was like I make most of my tokens on here with my content and it's really hard to send all these links all the time because I had to like find a website to host all my videos and stuff because like I said there were not clip sites.
yeah.
I want to say there were some, but they were like fetish clip sites. Like I only remember seeing fetish ones. I never saw like a normal. Do you remember any at that time?
Well, that was a very broke time for me, so I don't remember buying a lot of videos. So, all I remember is that
Hey,
Minivids word sounds familiar.
okay, well, mini bids didn't come around until 2014. Mini bids hadn't come around when this could have been either late 2013 or early 2014, but I asked Leo to create something like clearly I'm asking too much. Like, but I asked him to create something to implement something onto my free cams where I could allow people in my chat room to purchase a video and download it rather than me having to send it. And I said, and what's beneficial about that is when I'm offline, people can still buy it and I don't have to send it to them or worry. They don't have to worry, am I going to get it? Like
Yeah.
they're going to automatically have it. And he did not see any
So,
reason that that was necessary, and he did not do it
didn't see the
until
vision.
4 years later.
Yeah, because now if someone's not online, it goes to their page and you can just buy their videos there. So you did that. That's you.
Well, I asked for it. Like, I didn't do it. I just fucking asked for it. Like, I literally I'll never forget this. So, that was, like, early 2014. In 2018, I'm in the red carpet line at the XFIS Awards, and Leo comes walking up behind me, and he's like, "Hey, Jenny, I just wanted to talk to you." He's got this little MFC share pamphlet, and he's like, "I just wanted to talk to you about uploading your content to share." And I was like, "Really?"
We did
I was
this.
like, because I purposefully was not putting my content on there because I had asked for him to do that 4 years before, and he didn't do it. And so I was kind of just, and if you remember, I was the number one minivids girl at this time. So why would I fuck that up? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, put it makes sense to put your content in multiple places to diversify your income, but I was thinking more of like, no, I want people to buy it here, you know? And so then after that, Leo ends up banning ManyVids links from being sent on my free cam so that I couldn't, when people bought my videos, I couldn't send them an NV link anymore. And the
oh,
funny thing is, I actually built so much of ManyVids myself. Like, no one even knows this. So, like, when they were starting out, I sent them an email like once a week and I'd be like, this is what the site is missing. This is what we need. And it would be there like the next day. It would be implemented on the site. Like stupid shit too. Like that should be very obvious. Like one was, hey, if somebody were to send me like $100, like I'd like to be able to just like have a way of like sending them some videos or something, like get them some links and send it to them. That didn't exist on there. I had to tell them to do that. And then after that, I'm like, also, can you add a select all button? Because I have like 300 videos on here. And when someone buys all my videos, I have to click each fucking
oh god.
one. So, like, literally, that's how like early this was.
Right.
And I'm like, God, you guys are so behind. But really, I'm behind because I'm not doing it. But
It was
I knew
basically
it
Jenny
needed to
vids.
be done. Yeah. Yeah. I knew it needed to be done. If I could have built a website, I would have made many dids years before. Well, a year before, a
Exactly.
year before,
And
because I knew that was something that we needed.
now it's
Leo
Leo kinda,
didn't see the vision.
didn't see it. And now, I mean, the stuff I
Then
hear
he
about
blocked me from sending MV links, so I had to use share. He got me.
I hear about the money these girls are making on OnlyFans and, like, whatever, Sophia Rain or these Instagram models who aren't even getting naked for $60 million a year, like, the money must be insane, and there's no like, take us behind the curtain. How's that work as an entertainer or a actress or whatever and that side of it compared to what we see on the other side. Like it's such a weird business for me on the outside to be like,
Wait, wait, wait.
yeah.
A little more specific. What are you asking exactly? Like, what do you? Because to me, like, if I'm posting a picture, you're thinking I took a picture. So, like, what do you?
I don't really know exactly what I'm asking. I know, like, when I talk, if I'm on there and I'm talking to, I don't know, this famous Carmen Electra has OnlyFans, right? She's always posting about it, and
I'm sure she's not running that.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not saying that she's not running it because I have no idea. But she's so famous that I guarantee you she's not.
Right, and then you go there, and the allure is that you're chatting with Carmen Electra about a bikini picture for $15. Like, there's no
Yeah, but really,
way.
you're chatting with like Jared
That's what
from
it seems
Utah.
like. That's gotta be rampant in there. Like, do you like, in your experience, is, like, there any validity to this? Like, I just need to know I'm curious about what can you tell the average person about what's happening there, and have you had good experiences? Have you had bad experiences? Do you like it? Like, just give us your side of the deal.
I personally don't think that creators should use the what are they called? The OnlyFans agencies? Is that what they are? I think it takes away the authenticity, that personal connection that we everything we built. You know what I
Right.
mean? Everything that it started from camming. Let's be honest. That connection that we built with the fans, it carried on over to OnlyFans. And I feel like people using this is just completely taken away from that. And now the members know, they're aware, like, is this really you or is this an agency or whatever?
Right.
And they're never gonna be like, "Oh, we're just an agency." So, like, they're always gonna be skeptical. It's kinda taken it to that level now where everyone just kind of assumes, and I do think a lot of people are using it. I actually did a trial just to test it out myself, see how it was.
Tell me about it. How was it? How does that work? How do we what happens when that goes down?
It feels very scammy to me.
Right.
Um, okay, where do I begin with this? The CEO or whatever of this OnlyFans, what are they called? I
Isn't
know it's not just an agency, it's a
concierge? I don't
uh,
know what they call is it
I don't
one
know.
agency that does this? Is it one company that does
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Now, I don't know how many there are, but I guarantee you there's a lot. I know that when I was hit up and asked about it, I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna fucking see what happens in a month." And I will say they were making some money on there.
Okay, good, good.
But I will also say in that month, I had on my own made more in a month span on there without them. Now, it would took a lot more work from me, obviously, to do it
Right.
myself. It's very hard and stressful. There are ways to handle that though without using an agency. You can hire an assistant to help you with things. That's okay. They don't talk for you. They're just and they can even answer messages and be like, "Hey, I'm her assistant. I'll let Jenny know and I'll, put a note next to your name or some whatever."
I could
And
do
then
that job
that
for you. I'll be like, "What's up, bro? This is Jeff. I'll get that video to you
they
by
don't
tomorrow."
Can you imagine if they're like, if like when I was with Andy, if he was like, "Oh, like it's Andy," you'd be like, "I don't want to fucking talk to you. My dick is soft now." So, uh, my experience was the CEO or whatever of this company is a total dumbass. For one, he doesn't understand like basic like logic, like or like even ethics,
Right.
like how do I explain this? So on OnlyFans, when we're paid, so like say I make $100 on the first of the month, okay?
Mhm.
I don't see that money until 7 days later.
'Kay.
So on the 8th, it'll roll over. Like what we have is like let me see. I think it's pending balance and current balance, just so I make sure I tell you correctly. The one time it's not logged in.
Must be fun to watch, like, wake up and be like, "Oh, I made $1,000 when I was sleeping."
I did used to say that. I don't say that as much now or ever really now. Okay. So what we have two things that have like money next to it. One is pending balance Okay. That says your balance is processed on a 7-day rolling basis. For example, if you get a new subscriber, a resubscription, or a tip on the first of the month, those earnings will be available for withdrawal on the 8th of the month, like I was telling you,
Okay.
which actually means on the 8th, it moves over to, instead of pending, it's in current balance.
Okay.
Now, just because it's in current balance doesn't mean it's in your bank account. It means then you can request for it to be in your bank. So it's still a couple of days before you get it actually in your
Okay.
bank account. Okay. So you get that. I don't really need to tell you any more about that. This company wanted, like, say they work from the 1st to the 15th or 16th, whatever that period is, that 2 week period. They wanted to be paid for that period right then. And they're making money, right? So it's
Yeah.
not a small amount. And I'm like, like, hold on, this doesn't seem right to me. Like, why am I paying for something that hasn't hit my current balance yet? Like, it's impending. And you have to keep in mind that there could be chargebacks. My account could get deleted, even like if
Sure.
something happened. And I tried to explain this to him, and he just, like, he didn't get it. At one point he was like, do you have $0 in your bank? And I'm like, what I have in my bank account is irrelevant because that's my money. What would be yours is still in the pending balance. You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean? Like, that is your money. And when I get it in my bank account, that is when I should pay it to you. I think, personally, I think that's logical. I think it's ethical. I think it's fair because if something were to happen, one, it would be on them because they're the ones running it. And
Yeah.
two, do you really think they're going to be like, oh, well, here's your cut
No.
from what we did take? No, they're trying to fuck over models. I'm telling you right now, they think we're stupid. And I mean, I'm not saying we're stupid, but like a lot of us aren't thinking about how that's not okay.
Right. Right.
And he wasn't okay with that. And I was like, well, fuck off, dude. Cause like, that's insane that you're like what you're doing is actually really fucking wrong. That
Cool.
was just one thing. Um, they have what they call chatters. And
Oh, those.
so they're the people talking in your DMs, and they are there 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So I guess they just like roll over. I don't know how many you have, but like I caught one of them in a conversation with somebody, and the person had asked a question, and the chatter was like, I'm sorry, like, what were you referring to or whatever? Like, asked another question. So they ask again, they ask him the same question that chatter or the member asked again. This chatter that's paid, being paid to do this, says, I'm sorry, I'm just too lazy to scroll up to see what you're talking about.
Awesome. Awesome stuff.
Not to mention, I don't sound American a lot of times.
That's a problem.
So I hit up this dude. This is before even the payment stuff happened. I'm like, hey, so like, one, that's crazy. Like, this dude's, they're too lazy to scroll up. They're being paid. This is their job. They're being paid.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. And then the second one being, what was it?
They were
The chatter.
the too easy to screw up, not speaking English, not sounding American.
Yes, I did not sound American. I was like, everyone, I'm super white, pale girl with red hair. Like, I can't like sound like this because like it's so obvious, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that. They don't, so let me just say, they don't give a shit about you.
No, they don't.
Also, they were not appropriately tagging people when they were posting videos. So, like, say they'd post a video of me and Andy, like in the PPV, they wouldn't tag him in it. And so I'd go on there and notice like I got like a warning saying like you need to tag. So like, that kept happening. I'm like, shit, they're gonna get my account deleted.
Yeah, we don't want
Right.
that.
So complained about it. Guess what they did? I don't know how they did it, but now when I go on there to send a video, say I send one of me and some girl that I worked with, it literally says under it instantly, the moment I put it there, it says like Jenny Blighe, and then I'm not gonna say names, but like up 15 other names.
Oh, it just tags everybody they could find. Covers your ass, I
But how
guess.
fucked up? Because think about it, like those models are probably like, what is this bitch posting to me all the time? But really, like they were just in, it'd be like a video of me and Andy, and like everyone I've ever worked with is tagged in it now
They're
because they
asking
didn't want to do the work to like figure out who to tag.
See,
So
we
like it
can't
was just
be
very lazy, and I want to say what they made. If you want to know, I can tell you.
sure,
You want to know what they made for me in a month?
sure, yeah.
Let's just get it out there. Now, I did get a message from the CEO saying like, "You're gonna make this."
It just didn't work out the way they pitched it to you.
Now they started at like the last week of June and then went on through July. So they made like I want to say about like 4 grand, 3, 4 grand at that end of June. And then in July for the whole month it was 20,320,
I mean,
which is little for them for like an agency.
okay, all right,
but but not little for their first month running it,
okay, got
because they did show me other models that they run their pages, and they showed me like this is where they usually start and then it goes up from there. They have like a system, so like all the girl I've paid attention to what they were doing. All the girls that they have in their agency that they run their accounts, which are many, I know, because each girl has a day of the month. So say like my day's the first and I'm in their agency, my name is going to be tagged on all of their, like, they're going to post a picture of me on all of these different pages. So it'll be like 40 pages or something of
it. Okay.
girls. And then, so it advertises, it gets their fans to me, right?
Mhm.
Gets people to sub to me. And then on the second, this girl is going to be posted to all these and it'll be posted on my page. So
So
I
you know
advertise for these girls. Yeah, we're all like advertising for each other because they don't want that girl's fans to just make money for them. They want to make it everywhere. So they're just like
they get a
getting
cut
them
of it.
all over the place.
So, as in your industry, talking about say as little or as much as you want when I ask this question, 'cause I'm gonna ask, you decide what you wanna say. I won't be upset either way. I'm just curious because you see these models and adult stars, and there's 2 paths they go down. And one path is like, "I'm so successful, I'm so rich, I got this fancy truck, this big house, and 6 other houses, and I'm so great." And the other side of it is, "Oh my god, I just popped need a spare tire. Can someone send me $50 so I can be"
I do see that. You're so funny.
You know, and so there's like, are has this
I'm the
life made
spare
you
tire girl.
well, has this life made you rich? Are you a millionaire? Are you so glad you did this? Like, I don't know where this gets everybody. You know, I don't
Interesting.
it's an interesting vibe where I speak for all of us, whoever we are, where we don't know, what and it doesn't
I
matter.
should be good. I should. Okay. If what happened to me didn't happen, then
Yeah,
yeah, I think I wouldn't say I would be like rich. I wouldn't have like millions or anything like that. But like, I would be comfortable
good.
for sure since I'm, paying off debt, not as much. But like, should I be? Absolutely.
So what
Absolutely.
so to kind of put a bow on our conversation then, what is next for you? What is the next career? What is the end game? Or can we just wrap this up and be retired and live whatever life you want? Like, is there another plan? Is there I mean, you could do this for another 25 years if you want to. I just don't know if that's what you want.
Please. I don't know if it matters if that's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, like, it's very difficult once you're in the industry to transition into really anything and
Right.
be respected. And I know you said it's a little more
Accepted now.
tolerated, I guess, now or accepted, but I don't think it is to that level. It's not like I could go back to school and be a school teacher and teach kindergartners right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like, Bella Danger, just graduated from Miami, and I think she's setting up a real career. Like, I'm seeing more of it, just because
mhm.
she's always posting about, "I just got out of college," like, living her best life and,
I'm
stuff like that.
just I'm just so good at dick sucking. It's like, why would I do anything else?
Got it. Heard.
I still have no interest in doing anything professional, which they have no interest in me either, I'm sure. Which I do want to say something about that actually.
Yeah, fire away.
Which this probably won't make me look great, but it's the truth. Wasn't even the one that came out about what happened. I don't know if anyone really knows that, but like it's like exploded like that I was just on Twitter, like ranting about all the shit that happened to me on set, and that's not true. And I did feel like I had to
Yeah.
at a certain point, but that's because someone that I had trusted and was a friend with knew about what had happened. And I guess Ginger Banks, she was in the movie, she said something about something happening on some set, and she was bitching about it because I don't know. I was asleep at home, sleeping because I had cam the night before, and I wake up to her Ginger tweeting about something that happened on set. And this friend of mine responded to that tweet saying, like, how can you comment on that when you can't even admit to the discrepancies that happened on your own set? Which then created a whole like conversation. I woke up to it and was like, fuck, like now, like I didn't know how I was gonna handle that. I didn't know what I was gonna do about it. So I was kind of forced into talking about that. And it's funny because I actually didn't even I told someone what happened and I had them write about it because I couldn't even write about it. So
I remember that too. I mean, listen, even though I left the podcast world, we've been Twitter friends all these years, so I've lived all this drama watching. Now I get to hear the stories. This was great. So many. I love it. This has been fantastic catching up. I'm always down to do this whenever. Let me know wherever you post this so I can watch it. Ask your listeners what they want to hear about on the next one, or your fans, and we will make a
mhm,
list and we'll get to it. But this has
let's do
been,
it.
I mean, for people who have actually never met in real life to sit down and talk for an hour and a half about stuff, I thought this went fantastic and I had a great time.
Oh, for sure. I had a great time too. I always do. It's only been twice, but that two
Hey, listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. Jenny Blighe,
I'd give a thumbs up if my camera would do it, but now it won't. So
thank you so much for your time today. Happy to do it again. And everybody, give Jenny all your money and all your tips. She's the best. Oh, we got a heart. Nice.
yeah.
Uh, all right. We'll talk soon. Have a wonderful night.